What's up, music people? How's it going? This is the second of our new video e-blasts coming to you via YouTube. As you can see, I am in my office here at Central Campus. Just wanted to bring you up to speed on a few things. Got some good news and maybe some not good news. Probably going to pose many more questions than I can answer, but at least we'll start a little dialogue here. So here we go. Was doing some recording, I'm doing recording tomorrow, working on the 4th of July weekend. So just so that you know, we have some things planned for that and hope those are going to go well, and that'll be cool. I wanted to let you know about something that took place a while ago. It kind of got put on hold because of COVID. Those of you in my choirs who had given money for any of 3 meals that we were planning for Holy Week, you may recall that normally when we're here for long periods of time, we try to do that. We take a collection and do different kinds of meals. Anyway, we've still got that money, and you probably forgot about it by now. But at this point in time, the plan is that unless you get a hold of me very quickly and let me know you don't want me to do this with your particular money, we're just going to donate it. And we'd like to do that to the food pantry, which has been going like gangbusters up at Lake Weir. So it seemed like an appropriate place to put money that was designated for food anyway. But if for some reason you don't want me to do that with your little part of it, you need to email me and let me know so that we can figure out how to get that back to you. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and do that, as soon as next week maybe. So keep that in mind. Okay, here's the big news. If any of you have spouses or maybe are on other volunteer teams, you may have already received an email to this effect. But I'm going to read a little bit of what was put out by Mary and Ed John on behalf of the ushers because they did such a good job. There's no need for me to rehash it. It says, if all goes well, it looks like we will be reopening the church sometime mid-July. We are looking for confirmation on that from the office. There will be 4 services each weekend. Saturday we'll have a 4 and a 6. That'll be contemporary at 4, traditional at 6. Sunday we'll have our usual 8 and then a 10 a.m. rather than 9:45. Those will both be traditional. So 3 traditional, 1 contemporary, starting mid-July. Okay? There's a bunch more here. I'm going to go down it and skip around. Couple of details. For those of you that will be attending those, you need to know this. You will have to have gotten a ticket beforehand, because we have a minimum or maximum number of seats in the sanctuary per service. And I know that because I helped tape them off. And we will be using the choir loft in addition to the regular part of the seating, but due to the 6-foot minimum standards, we're not going to be able to get that many people in there. So I'll bring more light to that in a minute. So you got to have a ticket. You're going to meet at the main door of the narthex by somebody who will get that ticket. Make sure you have a mask because you are required to wear one in the sanctuary for services at all times. And you will have your temperature taken to make sure that you are not ill. If you refuse to wear a mask, then or you are ill, you will be asked to go home and recuperate. If you do not have a mask, we will be willing to give you one. All right, so then you proceed to the sanctuary where you will be seated by the ushers 6 feet apart, unless you're in a family unit, which you can sit together and then be 6 feet from the next unit. Collection will only be done at the back of the church, so basically it won't be passed, and if you're looking to give an offering in person like that, you'll have to do that on your way out at the end of the service. And as well as that, that's when communion will happen. It'll be communion in one kind, which is pretty much I think what they've been doing through drive-through right now, which basically means the bread equals the bread and the wine, and you get that. It's blessed by the pastor, but you're going to get that on your way out of the service. So communion happens as you exit. And then the entire church sanctuary will be sanitized in between services. So those are just some bullet points that you need to know. Now, why am I telling you this? You're like, but I'm in the choir. I normally sing. Well, here's the bad news. Not going to be any choir for a while, guys. As far as the details and how that affects individuals and what that means instead, those things I am working on and will get with you more later on. But for the time being, if you're hoping and praying beyond hope that we're going to pull together summer session singers or even some version of our other groups for when we return to services, unfortunately, that is not going to take place. So, that said, is it still your church? Yes. Can you still contribute? Yes. Are you still here for yourself only? Well, I hope not. Hopefully you are here not only to receive in community with others, but to give. And if you are looking to contribute your time now that you will not be as actively singing in rehearsals or services, perhaps you would want to consider volunteering for another team. And that's why I want to tell you about the ushering stuff, because I know that Mary or one of the other teams would benefit greatly from additional volunteers. So if you want to get that email I just read bits and pieces from, I could forward that to you. If you want to call the office and tell Jeff that you're interested in signing up for something and ask him to send you along, you can do that. I'm not going to be able to give you much more information about signing up for other teams aside from forwarding that email from the ushers, but I know that folks in the office can assist, and I want you to consider that. So it's not that I don't want to pull us all back together, but at this time it does not seem like it would be a viable option given the health concerns and our general population in church. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to pivot. We're going to keep moving forward with music ministry as best we can. I still have some creative options and things down the line depending on the circumstances and how things play out. I hope in the meantime that you are remaining safe and careful, that you are worshiping in whatever way God leads you to, and you are continuing to feed yourself spiritually. So consider all of those things. Know that I continue to pray for you and that I love you guys all. And one way or another, I will continue seeing you either this way or perhaps in person once we're back together in service. Thank you so much. And for now, I'll sign off and talk to you again some other time. Take it easy.